And we're back once again, only on It's Last Call. Last Call at the Alcohol, only on the Last Call YouTube channel. Now, join me on the line. This man will be in action once again. Bellator 288. It is Nemkov versus Anderson, and this man will be in action once again, hoping to make it five in a row as he takes on Jay Raddick in it's a light heavyweight scrap. We're all looking forward to seeing what surprise way of knocking out his opponent will be doing once again. Join me here on the show. I give you it's Sully himself. I'll give you Sullivan Cauley. Sullivan, it's once again it's UJ Raddick. It is one of the few times he's actually taking on somebody bigger than you. He's 6'5",
Yeah.
touched to make the 205 weight class. Does that change how you approach this fight? I mean, when you have a guy who's bigger, who in theory might be slower, does that change how you plan to attack him compared to guys who are smaller?
It doesn't really change much. I mean, I think you have to adjust just a little bit for an opponent with a longer reach, who's a little taller. But we just sparred some taller guys this camp to get used to it. But no, I mean, nothing changes. I'm just gonna come out and fight how I fight. Be real aggressive, be real fast, and I think I'll be too much for him.
He's 4-0. His last fight was almost literally 3 years ago. He has not fought since the pandemic. He had a fight scheduled last year, canceled. How tough is that when you have all the tape you have is pretty old tape. You're not sure if he's made changes. He could be a whole different fighter when he last fought in 2019. Like, how much of this fight do you just focus on? All right, we're gonna focus on myself, and that's it. And he's going to try to figure out what I'm going to do well.
I mean, yeah, that's what we do anyway. We watch a little bit of film to get a sense of the guy and what stance he stands in and what he kind of likes to do. But we really don't obsess too much over what my opponents are going to do. We just worry about what I'm going to do. As far as the long layoff, I mean, he could have been working on things in the gym, but at the end of the day, you're not really progressing in this sport unless you're fighting. You can work in the gym all you want, but unless you're putting it to use in competition, there's only so much you can really be developing. So, I mean, I think we'll probably see something pretty similar to what we've seen in his most recent fights. And I know a layoff that long definitely doesn't help your odds.
I was going to say, how much do you like the fact that one, you're fighting for the third time in 2022, and that there's a pattern. It's like, all right, 7 months now, 3 months. First fight was between 7 months. Second fight now is 3 months, and it's you're getting all the fights done before the holidays. So there's no worry about Thanksgiving, Christmas. It's everything is flowing, everything's moving, and it's almost there's routine behind all this.
Yeah, I mean, I really like how quickly they made one last fight to this one. I'm hoping that trend kind of, 3 maybe 4 months between fights is a really good time frame. I mean, that's kind of my hand, but I like to stay busy. Be as busy as Bellator will have me.
We'll back to this fight in a bit, but take me back to your last fight. You, Tyson Jeffries, once again, first round knockout, this time by knees. What went right? Did anything go wrong? And were you surprised at basically how much he was reacting to just the simple jab? Like, forget the knees, forget the big right hand. It was almost like the jab was really bothering him from start to 139 finish.
Well, he was I caught him kind of coming in. I landed one really big jab. I caught him coming in, and I think I hit him like it's just a jab, but I think I hit him real hard with it, and probably dazed him a little bit. And then from there, everything kind of opened up. So yeah, I mean, my jab's one of my best weapons. It's like it's a cliche at this point, but it's true. Your jab sets up everything else. You can get a jab in someone's face. You can lay whatever kind of other offense you want on them. So I'm not really surprised that's how it works. If you watch the slow-mo, he was coming towards me and I smoked him with that jab. So I I mean, that's kind of the type of thing I hope to open Jay Raddick up with. He's a little longer, so probably be a little harder to get him with those straight punches with the longer reach. But my footwork's so good, my head movement is so good. I'm so fast. I think I'll be able to light him up.
I know everybody's happy about the knockout, and everybody's wowing about the knees. But how much of your camp and you were happy about the jab, where it's like, all right, it's one more tool somebody has to look out for. It's not one of those things where, like a flying, knee or a spin kick or, a leaping triangle where it can get you in trouble. The jab is something where it's a defensive weapon, it's an offensive weapon. And for, I'm guessing your camp, you're happy because it's something that you can use now no matter what. If you're in trouble, that keeps guys right at bay. If you want to set the tone like you did with Jeffries, that can rock a guy. Like, how happy were they that this, it almost looks like this team was without thinking. It's just you're throwing it, and you're not going, okay, do we need to throw it now? Do we need to throw it later? It's just almost like you're doing it like you're brushing your teeth.
I mean, yeah, I put so many hours into my training, every camp between camps for years now. So when I fight, I just fight, I just react and just the fight just kind of happens naturally for me. So yeah, I don't have to think about throwing jabs or what I'm going to throw this, what I'm going to throw that. If you look at how I fight, like I threw a flying knee in my last fight, but I don't just throw stuff like that, like on a prayer, like some guys do in MMA. If you look at, I'll get a guy off balance and then I'll throw something big like that. Or I'll hurt somebody and then I'll come in with the knees and elbows. Like I fight really aggressively. I've been taking people out early, but I fight technically. And if I fight, technically sound, defensively sound. I don't do like reckless things.
So this fight here, I know the goal is to win. That's the number one goal for the camp. But like, what's the next step they want to see you at? Is it like more takedowns? Do they want to see you more like footwork? Like, what are some of the things that? And we're not giving away secrets. Like, what are some of the things that keep this for this camp? It's been in terms of all right, you did great. Your 273 fight, you did great. Your 284 fight. We want to see you now improve on this going into Bellator 288.
I mean, we've been working. I feel like I'm becoming so well rounded at this point. Working on my jiu-jitsu, putting me in bad positions. Working on ground and pound, offensively on top. I was spending a lot of time with Jordan Johnson, working on cage wrestling, working on setting up takedowns and striking. And I'm always working hard on my striking, on my output, on my technique, on my setups. I'm hitting on all cylinders coming into this fight in a way that I never have before. I'm just getting better. I'm just getting better each time we do this. So, I think November 18th could be a bad night to be lining up across from me in the cage.
Last question for let you go. It's November 18th. You fought once again Bellator 288. You Jay Raddick. After that, you're done. You're probably done for the year, which means Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve. You get to eat. You get to enjoy yourself. Have eggnog. Watch football. Have those days where you can just be with family. How nice is that after the last 2 years where it was you're looking around and you have a fight in last year January 29th. I gotta get ready. It means man,
Yeah.
gotta watch out for Christmas, gotta watch out for Thanksgiving, so don't pile on the weight. Like for you, how nice is it having the holidays where for the first time, I'm guessing a long time in your career, it's been okay, I get to relax, not to worry about a fight coming up or a fight right around the corner. I get to actually be like a regular human being and enjoy food.
That'll be, I mean, yeah, that'll be great. I'm really looking forward to that. But, not too much. I've learned that you have to really obviously you got to focus on the fight. You have to focus on looking forward to the fight. You get sidetracked too much with like, we're going to do this after the fight. We're going to go celebrate with this. We're going to go see family here. Yeah. My whole world, when I go into a fight camp, just like tunnels down to that fight, and I really don't let myself crawl out of that mental headspace until until my hand is raised. So I mean, yeah, it's in the back of my mind. I'm looking forward to a relaxing holiday season. I mean, anybody around me will tell you I've been working hard, and I could probably use a little bit of time off after this. So I'm really looking forward to that. But more than anything, I'm looking forward to getting in this cage and showing everybody all the improvements I've made.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Bellator 288. This man's going to be in action once again. And I'm guessing right now, possible first round finish, 5 in a row, make it 5 and also win straight in a row. I give you it is light heavyweight uber prospect, possible, dare I say, world champion in 2023, 2024. I give you Sullivan Cauley. Sullivan, before I let you go, where can fans check you out? Where is the Twitter page, Instagram, the
Yeah.
website? And who are the sponsors for this fight coming up on November 18th?
Yeah, check me out on Instagram at Sully Cauley. Number one sponsor I want to shout out is Guardian Revival. This shirt I'm wearing. Fantastic nonprofit, does work for veterans and first responders. So if you go check out my Instagram and click on the link I have in my bios to a donor box that I have set up with them, and you can donate directly to a program they do where they award companion dogs and service animals to veterans and first responders in need. So it's a program I really believe in. It does a lot of good. So go check that out.
Sullivan Cauley, ladies and gentlemen, once again, always an honor, pleasure having you on the show. We come back. A lot more going on here, only on it is Last Call. Last Call to the Alcohol, only on the Last Call YouTube channel.